me. What? To meet the wizard.
I couldn't possibly. This is your moment. I'm coming.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for everything one should know about Wicked Part 1, if you have yet to see the Broadway mega musical. Before we get started, consider this your official spoiler warning if you haven't seen either version.
If you think that's something to see, wait till you see this.
Number 10. This is not a Wizard of Oz prequel.
But it wasn't a dream. It was a place. And you were there.
Oh, sure.
But you couldn't have been, could you?
Long before Wicked the musical was lighting up Broadway, it was a page-turner. Written by Gregory Maguire, Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, was published in 1995. The novel is the first in Maguire's The Wicked Years series, which follows the characters of L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Are there any evil characters in children's books? And immediately, a vision of Margaret Hamilton arose up in front of me, saying, "I'll get you and your little dog!" And I thought, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I've just had a vision, and it isn't the Virgin Mary coming down out of the clouds, it's Margaret Hamilton, and she has something to say to me.
Unlike the family-friendly musical adaptation, Maguire's novel is actually quite bleak. Described by some as graphic, the book is filled with dark subject matter and adult content. Let it be known that little Ozians may want to steer clear of the source material.
They're completely not for children. And one of the ways that I tried to let people know that is, for any grandmother who was picking it up thinking, oh, my little Samantha loves to be Dorothy at Halloween, I'll get her this book for Christmas. But if she read up to page 14.
Number 9. Yes, the language is confusifying. Encouragerize, disgustified, hideous. These are just a few of the tongue-twisting words that make up the wonderful world of Wicked.
Ah, the nightlife, the hustle and bustle. It's also, osmopolitan.
While watching the film or listening to the soundtrack, one may find themselves wondering if they heard right when it comes to the unique Ozian lingo. Rest assured, they're not mistakes.
Poor Glinda forced to reside with someone so disgustifying.
The mythical land of Oz has its own distinct lore and culture, and thus its citizens have their own heightened and fancified vernacular. It just might take a second to decipher what they're saying or singing.
These things I send to try us.
Number 8. The flashback to Elphaba's childhood.
You want to see something wonderful?
Like many other stage-to-screen adaptations, the movie version of Wicked takes the opportunity to flesh out the story. One way it does this is by flashing back to Elphaba's childhood, which does not happen to this extent in the musical. While audiences do get to see her birth on stage, the story then moves forward to when she arrives at Shiz University.
You're green.
I am.
However, in the movie, we're treated to the sight of Elphie and her sister Nessa Rose as children. Played by emerging actors Karis Mongole and Cecily Collette Taylor, the scene is sweet and heartfelt, and helps provide additional context to Elphaba's backstory.
Go with her.
What?
If anything should happen to her.
She'll be fine.
Number 7. CGI animals.
There was a time before you were born when life in Oz was different.
One of the biggest visual changes between the film and stage version of Wicked are the special effects. Case in point, the portrayal of Dr. Dillamond. On stage, Glinda and Elphaba's wise professor is played by an actor who walks upright, wearing prosthetics, hooves, and a furry coat. The film, however, aims to make him look closer to a real goat thanks to computer-generated imagery. In fact, the film features many more animal characters than the musical. Additions include Elphaba's dear and sweet nanny Dulcibert, as well as Dillamond's peers and the band that plays at the Ozdust Ballroom. Sugar glider stands unite.
The animals are a culture that is deeply embedded in the land of Oz. They have opened up schools. They have helped educate people of Oz. And they're in their own natural state.
Number 6. Pfannee and ShenShen.
Welcome, new students. And congratulations for having been accepted to Shiz.
Being the most popular student at Shiz University means Glinda has amassed quite an entourage. Right by her side are her two closest so-called besties, Pfannee and ShenShen. Played by Bowen Yang and Bronwyn James, these two are the Karen Smith and Gretchen Wieners to Galinda's nowhere near as mean Regina George.
You should join us tonight. And don't tell me you have nothing to wear, because you could wear this.
Gossipy, snooty, and snobby, they're given more fleshed-out roles than they ever had in the musical. Interestingly, the role of Pfannee was gender-swapped in the film. In terms of new characters, Miss Cottle, played by theater powerhouse Keala Settle, is also a new face at dear old Shiz.
Good luck, and welcome to Shiz!
Number 5. Fiyero and Elphaba get a different first scene.
Fiyero. Winky country.
When Fiyero and Elphaba meet, it's hardly love at first sight. In both the musical and film versions of Wicked, these two don't get off on the right foot, but each adaptation has a different way of introducing them. In the movie, Prince Fiyero arrives at Shiz late at night on horseback, running into Elphie after she visits Dr. Dillamond.
Is this how you go through life? Just running amok and trampling anyone in your path?
He is a prince and therefore charming.
Once again, the responsibility to corrupt my fellow students falls to me.
On stage, Elphaba is similarly almost run over by Fiyero's carriage, but it happens at the university and quickly leads into his song Dancing Through Life. No matter how they meet, she is less than impressed, at least for now.
Glinda is the absolute prom queen to his prom king, and they do have a very easy natural chemistry. But then when he sees the vulnerability of Elphaba, it strikes in him, I think, a compassion and a curiosity that's probably always been there.
Number 4. Defying Gravity homage.
It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes and believe.
As one of the most thrilling first act closers in musical theater, Defying Gravity is the definition of a crowd pleaser. Elphaba soars over Oz, declaring her newfound fearlessness. Thanks to some theater magic, a lift, and fabric, the actress is lifted above the stage, creating the illusion that she's flying.
I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown.
Director John M. Chu pays homage to the iconic moment by framing Cynthia Erivo in a similar position with her long black cape flowing behind her. Whether one is experiencing the scene on stage or on screen, it is heart-pounding and exciting, reminding us all that everyone deserves a chance to fly.
I'm not afraid. It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Number 3. Wicked didn't win the Tony for Best Musical.
Because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
As the 4th longest-running Broadway musical to date, Wicked has been a part of the theatrical zeitgeist since 2003. The mega musical has spawned international productions, tours, shattered box office records, and captured the hearts of audiences for over 20 years. So it may come as a shock that, with respect to the Tonys, Wicked was hardly popular.
Don't be offended by my frank analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis.
Despite earning 10 nominations in 2004, the musical only walked away with 3 awards, including one for OG Elphaba Idina Menzel. However, its most surprising loss came at the end of the 58th annual ceremony. The biggest award of the night, Best Musical, went to Avenue Q, an outcome many Wicked fans still find confusifying.
It sucks to be you. I feel better now.
Number 2. The Runtime.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City.
Moviegoers who have already seen Wicked know that the film has a lengthy runtime of 2 hours and 40 minutes. The stage version clocks in at 2 hours and 45 minutes, which also includes a 15-minute intermission. Not only that, but the movie adaptation is split into 2 parts, clearly indicating that both films are packed with extra material. In fact, director John M. Chu has stated that Part 2 will feature 2 brand new songs, although the runtime of Part 2 has yet to be revealed. It wouldn't be surprising if, like the first movie, it's also close to the 3-hour mark.
You know, these witches grow up a little bit, and we go through some stuff. So get ready, buckle up, get on your broomstick, let's go.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Wizomania Song.
Who's major? Itinerary is making all us merrier.
The Wizomania sequence in Wicked Part 1 is every musical theater fan's dream. A song within a song, the scene takes place during one short day, where Glinda and Elphaba visit the Emerald City. During their adventure, they take in a stage show that tells the story of the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Isn't he wonderful? A wonderful wizard.
Not only are we treated to new lyrics, we also get cameos from Broadway's OG Elphaba and Glinda, Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth. It's a sweet homage to the iconic duo, igniting overwhelming nostalgia for grown-up theater kids everywhere.
Family from 20 years ago, like, here.
We were the originals.
Yeah, don't forget
about
us. It was us first.
What are you most looking forward to seeing in Wicked Part 2? Let us know in the comments section.
If there are no further questions, I'm gonna go.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.